Good morning, Big Meredith. Thank you for joining me this morning for your annual performance review. We did meet a few months ago for your 6-month review. So today we're going to discuss how you've been performing since then, since your initial hire date. To begin, I would like to open the floor to you. So if you have any questions or concerns at this time, please feel free to ask them now.
No, I'm good at listening.
Okay, great. So thank you for filling out your portion of your review. I have gone through it and marked my scores for each category. Each category, as you know, is out of 5 points. I would like to go through each portion with you, so feel free to stop me at any time if you feel like you've been graded fairly or if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you.
First off, in the front office. I know that you do not work in the front office, you're mainly a back office technician. So these don't really apply to you. However, I would like you to become a little bit more comfortable with the front office duties. For answering the phone, you gave yourself a 4 out of 5. I completely agree with that. And I gave you the same ranking for answering the phones. You do a great job answering the phones. Same with scheduling appointments. You have given yourself a 4 out of 5, and again, I agree with that. Lastly is verifying insurance. You gave yourself a 3, however, I'm going to have to give you a 2.5 here since you haven't had a lot of experience with this and there's still a lot for you to learn. We're definitely going to start working with you more on this category.
Yes, I definitely agree. I need to learn more about insurances.
Yeah, no problem. We're going to start working with you a little bit more here. There's nothing wrong with the 2.5 since you haven't had any experience in this. Next is the back office pre-testing. This is something you definitely excel at. You're great in the back office. I feel like you were a little hard on yourself in some of the categories, and you gave yourself lower grades than you probably deserved. For getting a patient's history, you gave yourself a 3.5 out of 5. However, I feel like you deserve a 4 out of 5 here. Next is educating the patients on the different tests we run. You gave yourself a 3. However, I believe you deserve a 4 out of 5 in this. You're great at educating your patients. You also do great on contact lenses and contact lens training. So for contacts, I'm giving you a 4 out of 5, and that's the same as what you had given yourself, so good job.
Oh, thanks.
The only thing I need to discuss with you is the back office is blood pressures. It's been brought to my attention by some of the doctors that the blood pressures aren't always landing in the patient's chart. Are you just skipping it, or are you forgetting to record them?
I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes I forget to record it, or I just don't do it, or I just rush through pre-testing.
Okay, so thank you for your honesty, Meredith. I greatly appreciate that. Blood pressure is extremely important. That's why we require that of you. So if you could try your hardest to remember to take it and make sure that it does end up in the patient's chart, that would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
I do need you to work on this a little bit more.
I'll definitely work on it.
No problem. That's what performance appraisals are for, so that we can discuss what needs to be fixed and change it before it becomes a bigger issue. Next is customer service. You have great customer service. You're always smiling. So for that category, I gave you a 4.5 out of 5. You had given yourself a 5. However, we all have room for improvement, including myself. Same with polite and courteous. You had given yourself a 5 out of 5. I'm just going to give you a 4.5 out of 5 since there's always room for improvement. So good job on your customer service. Without that, we wouldn't have any patients. So thank you.
No, thank you. I really appreciate those scores.
No problem. Lastly is attendance and punctuality. You ranked yourself a 4. However, I am going to have to give you a 2.5 in this category because you have shown up tardy quite a few times in the last few months. This is something we discussed at your 6-month review. I've noticed a slight improvement on it. However, I do ask you to be here at a certain time for a reason, so try to be a little bit more mindful of your time and your schedule. Okay? If this is something that continues to happen, I'm going to keep watching and we're going to have to meet again, okay?
Okay, I'll definitely work on it.
No problem. Like I said, this is why we have performance evaluations so that we can fix it before it becomes a bigger issue. Overall, you got a 4 out of 5 today, so that's excellent. We all have room for improvement, like I said, including myself. Do you have any questions or concerns about anything we discussed?
No, not at all. Thank you for the scores.
No problem. It's a pleasure working for you, and I'm grateful to have such a wonderful employee.